Welcome, everybody, to the webinar put on by Resaas for Resaas agents, introducing you to a brand new type of certification that we've spent a lot of time, I think, all hoping would exist in this industry, and it hasn't until now. And so, really excited to bring you some news and show you some of what this is about today. So, thank you for joining. We've got, I think, Resaas agents from around the US, and I see a few on the list here from outside North America. So welcome to you as usual. I'm joined today by Brandon Barnum, who is the CEO of HOA.com. And it's HOA.com that has put together this new certification. And Brandon, I'm excited to have you on today and to learn more about what you've done, what it looks like, and how this certification that you've put together can really help real estate agents.
Oh, thank you, Tom. Well, it's my pleasure to be here with you. We're so excited about this partnership with Resaas and just really impressed with everything that you're doing to empower the industry. But yeah, we think that there's a brand new way for real estate agents to win more listings in top HOAs. So this is really all about helping agents thrive. And Tom, as you and I have been talking, this is about the future of community and what it really takes for real estate agents to win more listings and more business in this new era that we're in. So we're going to talk about being a certified HOA specialist, but it's so much more than that. And a lot of people probably heard HOA.com and they're like, oh my gosh, I hate my HOA. And we're on a mission to change that. Our vision is that in 5 years from now, everyone will love their HOA. Part of what we're doing at HOA.com is using AI to really revolutionize homeowner associations, the way they're run and managed. Because what we hear from homeowners too often is they feel like there's no transparency. They pay a lot of money into HOA dues and they're not sure what they get for it. They feel like the communication isn't there, then that the politics within the board is something they want to change. And they also feel like there's some policing in the community that isn't really equal. So we're out to change all of that. But this conversation is about helping you win more listings. And so, what I love asking this question, Tom, of how many of your closed transactions are in HOA communities. And I know you, Tom, have looked into that data. You don't yet have the data specifically for HOAs, but if you did, I'm sure it would be over half, don't you think?
I mean, the stat on the screen says it all. And so for all of the agents that have tuned into this webinar, over half of the homes in America fall under an HOA. And if you're a new agent starting and you're new to the industry, which I know a lot of the agents are that join Resaas as they find their way, this is perhaps something that is new to you. You haven't perhaps encountered working through the nuances of dealing with transactions and HOAs. And for those of you that are joining that are more established, you've obviously been through this. There's an art form to doing the transaction, which I know you're going to cover, Brandon. But what I like about this is the playbook that you're going to give agents through the certification, not just on the hand holding to navigate the complexities of the transactions,
Right.
but specifically, how do you shake the cereal box so the good stuff comes to the top? How do you win more listings from HOA communities?
I love it, Tom. I've got a surprise for you. I kind of teased you earlier. I'm going to show it here in a few minutes. But, I think you're so right on. And we say here HOAs are no longer a niche. They're the norm, right? At 53% of the market, it's a massive part of the market. And what we realized at HOA.com is no one has really served this. Now, I know at Resaas, you have nearly 700,000 agents. I've had the good fortune of helping over 250,000 agents over my career, starting as a mortgage lender and then as a tech CEO. And this certification, we believe, is a game changer. But first, let's talk about what's really happening in the market because this opportunity is massive in a number of different ways. Yes, you're going to win more listings, but you also have the opportunity to really be a community champion. It's going to elevate your visibility, your credibility, and your status, but it also sets you apart from all the other agents. And buyers and sellers want to know that the agents they're hiring understand their specific community. We teach hyper local social farming, and it really comes down to the individual communities that you farm. And as you alluded to, Tom, a lot of agents don't really know all the HOA rules, regulations, how to identify what's a good community versus one that's not as well managed. So we're going to teach that, but then also how to partner with the HOA boards because they're gatekeepers and they have a lot of opportunity to refer real estate transactions. So before we get into that, what we talk about is that if you're not proficient in HOA transactions, you're losing deals. And Tom, here's something I wanted to share with you. This is brand new, and take a look at this.
At HOA.com, we're celebrating professionals who go above and beyond to serve their communities with excellence. And today, we're excited to recognize Jeff Hallman as Arvada's newest certified HOA specialist. With over 21 years of real estate experience, Jeff has helped numerous families navigate the buying and selling process with confidence. Now, as a certified HOA specialist, he brings an even deeper level of knowledge and service to clients living in or moving into HOA communities, giving his clients a real advantage in today's competitive market. Whether you're buying your first home, upgrading, or selling in Arvada, you deserve a trusted expert by your side. Jeff Hallman is that expert.
Brandon, so terrific. What is that and why is that exciting to the Resaas agents that have tuned into this webinar?
Yeah, so what that is an HOA endorsement video where once somebody has completed the course, we're creating a video for them where HOA.com is endorsing that agent as the expert in their local market. And what that does is, again, is it elevates your expert authority because you're not only telling the market how great you are, you're getting a company and a brand like HOA.com telling the market how great you are. And it gives you turnkey social media content that you can copy, paste, and post and immediately put that out there so that more people see you as the expert. And what happens, Tom, is things come up about HOAs as people are having a conversation about HOA, they automatically start to think about and associate the agents that have attained that certification and status of certified HOA specialist. Isn't that cool?
It's very cool. So say it again. So agents that join the certified HOA specialist designation and certification and pass, and they've got to pass it, right, with the exam.
They do. Correct.
They get this video, which is an endorsement by HOA.com about them.
Yeah, so what we're doing is a special promotion. The first 100 agents that complete the course and pass the examination, we're giving it to them absolutely free. And
Cool.
then after that, it'll be $99 if they choose to do it in addition to their certification. But yeah, as we get into kind of the investment, which as you know is incredibly affordable, I'll walk through all those details. But I really wanted to show that early in the presentation. At first, I was going to save it till the end, and I thought, why save dessert till the end? Let's enjoy it now and help people really see themselves as the expert they can establish themselves as.
No, this is fantastic. You know, if you're a Resaas agent that's tuned into this, you'll know that the platform that Resaas offers is really rich when it comes to referrals. So agent to agent referrals, that's perhaps what Resaas is best known for. There's a lot of other things to the toolbox as well. But one of the things that we've heard from agents most frequently over the past, I'd say 2 or 3 years since rates have gone up is that, you know, less people are moving and there's just inherently low supply to the industry. And so it means that there are less listings to go out there and win. What I love about this is it's a differentiator. Mm-hmm. So when a listing does come up, when you're going to an appointment to try and win that seller, you've got something that differentiates you. It's not just you telling everyone how great you are, which every agent does. This is third-party validation from the authority of HOAs, which is HOA.com. And in every agent's quest to try and win more listings, I think this is a real valuable piece of ammunition that they can use in listing presentations.
Absolutely. That's how we see it too. And we're going to talk about listing presentations in a moment. But first, I really just want to spend a few minutes, Tom, talking about the future of community, because as you and I have been talking about this is the mission that we're on. We're all about creating unity through community, and agents have the ability to do that. You guys listening are the ones that really impact families. You help them select where they're going to live, and it impacts generations to come. And this partnership isn't just about education and learning. Yes, that's a key piece of it, but it's also about establishing leaders, people that want to make a difference in their community and elevate the way that they're seen beyond just being a transactional commodity, right? A lot of people don't have loyalty to a real estate agent, and this helps change that. So we believe real estate professionals can unify and uplift neighborhoods. And I got something else I want to share with you, Tom. I'm just going to show a piece of this, but this is some film that we did at a local kickball tournament that was in one of our communities here. This was actually in Fountain Hills a couple weeks ago. So I brought my film crew out and we filmed this event, and it was so cool because the kids are playing kickball. There was dads playing cornhole. Moms are just listening to music, having a good old time. But I looked around, there was about 75 people in the park, and not one person was on their cell phone. And that's the kind of future that we want to create through HOA.com, and the real estate agents play a huge role in that. Tom,
Cool.
anything you want to add about the future of community?
Yeah, no, that's cool. I mean, that's fantastic. I think every agent would relish the chance to become more established in their community. I think that's a given. Agents are always on the hunt to find ways to deliver more value.
Right.
You know, it's a transaction-based industry. We all know that, but delivering consistent value to past clients and prospective clients is what separates good agents from great agents. And I like this because it allows an agent to go through this certification course here and come out of it the other side with a playbook on how to deliver consistent value. And those are the tricks that help agents really make a difference. You want to win more listings? This is one of the ways that you can do it.
Absolutely. And, you know, as I mentioned, I've helped over 250,000 agents attract more raving referrals. And in order to get referred, as you know, Tom, you've got to get known, liked, trusted before you get hired. And part of the way you do that is by becoming that community champion and really getting belly to belly, face to face, having more people know you, and then you become famous in the neighborhoods that you serve. So let's get into the actual certification program so people understand kind of what is it, how does it work, and how is it going to help you win more listings. What we've done is we've created a 4-hour online course. So the good news is, we're not asking you to spend 40 hours getting certified, or I think the GRI is like 90 hours of education you've got to go through to get certified. This is 4 hours. You can literally do it in an afternoon. You're going to watch online courses, and then you'll take a final exam at the end to show that you're proficient and you've learned some expertise about how HOAs functions, rules and regulations, how to analyze kind of the financials and look for the red flags, so that you stay away from poorly managed communities and guide your clients to those communities that are well run, where they're going to love living. This helps you win more listings. We're also going to teach you how to partner with HOA boards and property management companies that are kind of the gatekeepers to a lot of business and transactions. They know when people are moving in and out, and you've got the ability to really partner with them. Obviously, you want to avoid the deal-killing HOA pitfalls. A lot of agents have had transactions that have gotten delayed or even fallen apart because of HOA issues. We're going to help you identify how to stay away from that and identify the red flags, but then also how to lead with clarity, confidence, and credibility. How do you guide those conversations with the board, with community members, and just elevate your status as a community leader and market yourself as an endorsed authority in HOA communities. So that's kind of an overview of what you'll learn. And then you'll also know how to build trust with HOA boards. You're going to learn how to decode the CC&Rs, assessments, bylaws, and how to host HOA-friendly open houses, because in some communities, they're not too friendly when it comes to open houses. And Tom, you probably know that really well, don't you?
Yeah, certainly firsthand as well. I just go back a slide, Brandon. To me, what I think is most appealing through the eyes of an agent is that you've got what here, 5 bullet points about what this will encompass. Number 1 is most important. You know, before we even get to the world of navigating all of the pitfalls and all of the nuances of a transaction, every agent today is probably thinking, how do I win more listings? Or how do I win a listing? You know, the spring market is well underway. And if you haven't secured enough listings according to your target for the spring market, this is an actionable step you can take today to change that. And I've seen the content, we like it. There's a playbook that will help you take action today, or as soon as you take the course, to go and help you win more listings.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Tom. And one of the things that we do in the playbook is we give you a listing presentation sheet. So you're basically going to have an 8.5 by 11 or a slide, depending on how you present your listing opportunities to potential sellers, so that you've got the benefits of why they should hire you as a certified HOA specialist. And what's going to happen is when those seller is sitting there considering 1, 2, maybe 3 different agents, if one is an expert, if you're the certified HOA specialist, you've just risen above the rest, because 95% of agents won't know what you know. So you're going to assert yourself as the expert, and we're going to give you the credibility that you can just, again, copy, paste, and post into your listing presentation. So it's super easy and elevates you, separates you from the rest. Awesome. Good. Well, to go back to this one, the other thing that you're going to do is turn your vendors into proactive partners. And this is one of the main pain points. I've been serving real estate agents for 28 years, starting back in 1997. And I've asked thousands of agents over the years, what's your number one challenge when it comes to referrals? And the number one answer I get by far is that they give out a ton of referrals and they don't get many back. And what we're teaching is community co-marketing, where you get your vendors that you've been referring for years to finally proactively promote you to the homeowners that they serve. Now, I'm not going to show this to you yet, but we're working on an automated co-marketing engine at HOA.com that will get your vendors emailing all their homeowners on a monthly basis and promoting you as their top trusted realtor. So that's part of what we're doing. And of course, positioning yourself as an expert in the market. Tom, anything you want to add here?
Yeah, of course. I think every agent assumes this will happen. I think agents are good at dishing out referrals to vendors, to lenders, to insurance companies, to whoever it might be. And it's actually a bit of a science to get them back. Most agents don't know what that is. It's more of a hope and a pray. And I think this is something that, again, I love what you've done. And what people don't know here is Brandon is actually a coach and also is surrounded by coaches. And a lot of the content in this certification has been put together based on the science of how coaches teach agents to operate at a higher level. So this is important. And I think it's one of those things where, you know, an agent will go through this, Brandon, and roll their eyes and think, oh, I wish I knew this years ago. Because I think the change will be so dramatic that when they do it and see the results in very short order, it's something that I think will immediately validate the value of this certification.
Yeah, massive, massive. I was just chatting the other day with Jason Mitchell. He runs Jason Mitchell Group. They've got one of the top producing teams in the US. And he said this was the key to his success. When he got started in the business, he literally started farming communities. And he's like, I wish I had this back in the day, because what he did was he just chose a specific master planned HOA to farm. And that was his target market. He sent postcards to all the agents. What he did, which was brilliant, and we've actually included it in our playbook, is a just listed campaign. Because not only should you notify everyone in the community if you've got a new listing in that community, because they may have friends, family members, co-workers that want to move into that HOA, but he also promoted other agents' properties, listings, and it would say just listed. And then it would have a photo of the house and the address and all the fun stuff. And then on the back, he had a QR code or a URL that drove people to his landing page. And so he was capturing buyers from other people's listings. So we've integrated a lot of really top strategic ways that you can win more listings into the HOA activation playbook. You're going to absolutely love it. Cool. Tom, anything else before we keep going?
Yeah, back when COVID was a thing and no one could leave their homes in most states, we put together something called Resaas U. It was an online weekly university that we invited various agents onto just to share their stories, share their tactics, share their strategies. And a couple of the guests that we had over the weeks were the top agents in their respective brokerages. We had the #1 agent from Engels and Volkers, which is, as you know, more of a luxury brokerage.
Wow.
We had the then top agent within Keller Williams. And listening to all their stories, there's a very consistent pattern. And the consistent pattern is how they began. And what was the tactic based on the strategies that they used to build their business in the very beginning? How did they build a book from nothing? And a lot of it resonates with what you just said about Jason Mitchell and his group, because it's proven to work. It's not something everyone wants to do. It's not super sexy, but it works. And again, the playbook you get in the certification gives you the step-by-step guide on how to do it, what to say, how to approach it. And again, I think the results will speak for themselves.
I love it. Yeah, no, you're so right. Well, when you choose to become a certified HOA specialist, what you're going to get when you complete the course is you're going to get a designation and a badge. You will be a CHS, a certified HOA specialist. You'll be able to add that into all your marketing. We help you with exactly what to do. You'll have a verified CHS profile on HOA.com. And what that means is you'll be promoted by the #1 brand when it comes to homeowner associations. We'll give you that listing presentation toolkit we talked about, and social media, email, and flyer templates, again, that you can copy, paste, and post. We're going to make it super easy for you to shine like the star that you are. And you'll also get, and Tom, I know this is a key for you, within the Resaas community, they'll separate themselves and stand out so that people, as they're looking to hire or refer an agent, they'll be able to identify other certified HOA specialists within the Resaas platform, won't they?
They will. And so again, quick refresher for everyone that isn't aware of the gravity of what Resaas is. We're approaching 700,000 agents globally that use Resaas. It's brokerage agnostic, as everyone knows. So wherever you hang your license, it doesn't matter. As long as you're licensed, you can use it. We see a lot of referrals, but within referrals, we see a lot of agents, they like to refer within a group they belong to. So typically that might be if they're in a brokerage, they'll try and refer it in a brokerage. But more than that, I think if they belong to any kind of association or have a designation or a certification already, it's very evident that agents like to try and refer in the bucket that they're part of, because they place emphasis in the value of that training. So what does all of that mean in English? It means that when an agent who goes through the CHS certification here comes out the other side and they're doing a referral, so they're sending their client somewhere else in the country to either relocate or perhaps buy a second or a third property, they will likely want to refer to someone else that's also been through the CHS certification here. We see it all the time. This is fact. It's based on the data in the Resaas platform. It happens already in the groups that we already work with. And we certainly expect the same thing to happen here as well.
Absolutely. And why wouldn't you? If you know you've got a client, you want to refer them to the most excellent, exceptional, productive agent you can. And when you know somebody's been through the course, then they've got a higher level of expertise from all the other agents out there. So we'll also give you scripts and tips from the Raving Referral System. So you'll get a lot of ways that you can build your business beyond just the HOA certification. But Tom, I'm really excited to announce we've done something super special just for your company and your agents as a means of thanking you for kicking this off and really launching this with us. So we'll be charging $4.99 for this program, and that will be an annual renewal. However, we're doing something special for Resaas agents. For you guys, it's only $2.99. You'll use the promo code Resaas. So when you go to HOA.com/Resaas, as you see on screen, you'll be able to enter in the promo code Resaas, and that'll knock $200 off the price for you. And for you, it'll be a lifetime license, no annual renewals. So this is $2.99 for life. You'll have the designation. And even if you change agencies, the designation goes with you, not the company that you're with. And as I mentioned, the first 100 agents that complete the course and pass the final exam, we're going to give you that custom endorsement video at no charge whatsoever, absolutely free. So, Tom, this was we wanted to make an irresistible offer to make it such a no-brainer for your agent. So, thank you so much for your partnership, and we're excited to do something special for your people.
Well, back at you, Brandon. Thank you for doing something special for Resaas agents that are tuning in. You know, we get a lot of things come across our desk given the number of agents that use the Resaas platform. This is something that really stands out to us. And so we're delighted to partner with you and bring it to Resaas agents. We're thankful to you, Brandon, and your team for the special offer that you're giving Resaas agents. And, you know, I think the video you showed is fantastic. I think the savings are great. But more than all of that, I think the value that agents can walk away with from going through the certification is going to change the game for them. It's going to unlock new listing opportunities, which is what every agent is striving for at the moment in this current climate. And that's going to make a difference to agents today, next month, and throughout the rest of the year. So Brandon, keep it up, keep it going, and we're excited to partner with you.
I love it, Tom. Thank you. Yeah, so as you're seeing that on screen, you can go to hoa.com/Resaas right now. Use that promo code of Resaas, and that'll take $200 off. And so what happens next is as you enroll in the Certified HOA Specialist program, it'll take you about 4 hours to complete the online learning, and then you'll take the final exam. And then once you pass that exam, you'll get the CHS badge and an HOA.com profile. We talked about the first 100 agents will get that free endorsement video. We're going to make that $99. So if you're not one of the first 100 to complete the course, don't worry. It's still going to be super affordable, and it's a great endorsement that you'll be able to add to your website, to your professional profiles, to have HOA.com endorse you as the expert that you are. And then you'll be able to utilize that HOA activation playbook, just like Tom said, to go out there, engage the HOA boards and all of the community members so that you win more listings in top HOAs, and then you'll be a part of the CHS referral network. Tom, look at this. We're right on time. We've got 3 more minutes. I'm going to stop sharing and see if we have any questions that come up. And let me see. Let me open the Q&A. If you have questions, you're welcome to go ahead and put those in the questions. The number one question that I get from agents all the time, and we've just launched this Certified HOA Specialist, so this is a new program. We've had a few agents that have gone through to pilot it out, but they're like, how is this really going to help me stand out from the competition, right? That's kind of the number one thing. What is this going to do? Number one, it's the education. You're going to be an expert in an area where 99% of agents really don't know how HOAs operate. And if you've ever had a transaction where you've run into a situation and you've had to learn the hard way, and it's led to anxiety or delays in your transaction, we want to help you avoid that altogether. So the information and the education is huge, but then the designation is also super powerful to, again, stand out from the competition. So let's see. What's the value of strategy of partnering with HOA boards? Thank you. Great question. The value of the HOA boards is HOA boards are constantly talking with homeowners. Number one, they are the homeowner leaders. They have the ears of every homeowner in the communication. And here's what we've been seeing as we've been sort of piloting this out. The agents that partner with the HOA boards and let themselves be known that they are an expert and that they're focusing on this community, they then start doing events, and the HOA boards promote their events. And so just like you're getting endorsed by HOA.com, what if you start getting endorsed by all of the HOA boards and the communities, and now they're promoting you and your events in their newsletter to all of the homeowners within that community? That's the big win, is just like HOA.com will endorse you, so will the HOA boards when you use our strategy and our playbook. Isn't that cool, Tom?
It is. There's some chatter inside Resaas in a group actually now. Yeah. I think it's some Canadian agents saying, what is an HOA? So in Canada, we don't have HOAs. We have something called stratas, which is essentially the same thing. So Brandon, maybe just take 30 seconds and explain what HOA is and what the kind of equivalent is through a strata in Canada.
Yeah, you bet. So homeowner associations are created by the developer of a new community, and what they do is they create a set of rules. I'm sorry, I didn't even think we did. I didn't even think to give an overview of HOAs. I just assume all agents know, but maybe not. So what it is it's a local governance of just the homeowners that live in that individual subdivision or community. The developer of the community, before the builder even gets it. Sometimes the developer is the builder, but often the developer starts the community, gets it all the legal entitlements and all the infrastructure put in place, and then sells that community to a builder who then builds the homes. Well, that builder then inherits the HOA, the homeowner association, the rules by which every homeowner agrees to be bound by. So when they buy in that neighborhood, they agree to operate by these rules and regulations, which means that they're going to keep their lawns looking good. They're going to get an architectural review approval before they paint their house to make sure it's not pink or purple or some yellow or some other color that's not approved by the community. So the HOA board puts these rules in place to make sure it's a gorgeous place to live and creates a community standard that everybody agrees to live by.
Thank you. Good description. I knew you'd have a good one there. So to help that answer the question here, if you are an agent or a realtor in Canada and there's stratas.
Absolutely. The rules, the regulations are slightly different, but the principles and the strategies apply for both.
Cool. Excellent.
All right.
I forgot to say, Resaas is a global platform. We're most dense in the US. Most of our agents are in America, but we've got tens of thousands of agents in Canada. And if this can apply to them and help them, then that's great.
Absolutely. We love our neighbors to the north. I see a question, is this content relevant to all HOAs in the US? Yeah, absolutely. There are differences, and we talk about this in the course, right? There's some things where you're going to have to investigate your local regulations, because the way that there is no national regulatory body overseeing all HOAs, enforcing everybody to operate under the same rules and regulations. And so everything is a little different county by county. There are some different laws and regulations on the books in each metro area. So we give you all the specifics for the general national rules. And then if there's anything that's market specific, we guide you into where to look that up and get that specific information. But definitely applies nationwide. Tom, any other questions you're seeing on your end?
No, I think you've nailed it. It's, the presentation was good, very concise. I think it's evident what the value is. I think the actionable next steps were clear. You had them on the slide there about which address to go to, which code to use, how much time to allocate. So what's going to happen next, Brandon? Is everyone going to get a follow-up email with the copy of this, a recording, and the links?
They are. And I'm just putting a link in the chat right now, so everybody that's online with us can see that as well. If you click on that link, copy that promo code Resaas, that'll let you save $200 on the cost. And again, it also changes it from an annual renewal to a lifetime. You pay once and you've got the certification for life. So be sure to use that code Resaas, and you've got the inside scoop and the savings that aren't open to the general public.
Yeah. So when you go to that page, I've just clicked it now, click on there's a big button that says Get Certified.
Yep.
There's also a bunch of buttons that say I want more listings, which we all do. So yes, clicking any of those will help direct to the page where you can actually sign up for this and get going.
That's correct. Well said. Awesome. Tom, thank you again. I know we were going to keep this at 30 minutes. We're at 34, which is pretty dang good. So we saved a few minutes for the Q&A, but thank you so much for your partnership. We're so excited to bring this out with you. I know that you mentioned my coaching. We are also excited to come bring Raving Referrals and the Referral Champion program to the Resaas community. So we'll tease that for next time, Tom.
Yeah, save that for a future date. But Brandon, thank you for joining us today. And for the agents that have tuned in, thank you for making time to do so. This is something that we believe in. It's a way that we think agents can help generate more listing opportunities, which is what the industry needs at the moment, and agents are striving for. So Brandon, thanks for joining, and maybe we'll have you back on again in a few weeks to do an update and tell us how it's going and give us some more insights into the certification. But for now, Brandon, thank you. And for the agents tuning in, thank you for your time as well.
Thanks, Tom. My pleasure. Appreciate it. Talk soon.